Hey guys, DemiGod here with some Titanfall 2 gameplay. Yes, the multiplayer test tech beta is out for the weekend and is coming to you guys with some of the hottest multiplayer and a refresh on the Titanfall multiplayer itself. This beta is coming to you guys with 3 different modes. It has Pilot Hunter mode, which is 8v8, the Domination-like mode, which is 6v6 with Titans, and the Bounty Hunter mode, which is a brand new mode that they're bringing to Titanfall 2, which is 5v5 and consists of Titans and you fighting bots and grunts for money and trying to put the money up to win the overall objective. Yes, folks, the beta is out for the weekend, coming to you guys with some hot multiplayer, and I'm coming to give you guys some gameplay, some footage, and my overall thoughts about the beta itself. And let's get started, folks. Titanfall 2 is on the scene again. You know, the last Titanfall was pretty good. It had some modes that it was missing at first from launch. It lagged some things. It had too many bots like within its multiplayer, and then as the game got later updated, it took a minute to update, but it actually smoothed itself out and actually became a really good game. And within Titanfall 2, it's like they addressed all the problems they had with Titanfall 1 and finally decided, hey, we're gonna smooth things out and give you guys one of the best multiplayer experiences that you can get your hands on. Now, I'm not gonna lie, within this beta you might see some weird clips or some weird things happening. It is a stress test, beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it. I really don't know what this is, but it will have some moments where the animations look a bit weird, or it might be a little laggy or something going on. That's because the servers are getting stressed heavily, and yeah. So Titanfall 2 is coming out strong right out the gate. The gameplay feels so much smoother than its first counterpart. In Titanfall, the first Titanfall, you had like some smooth transitioning in your wall running and stuff, but it wasn't like seamlessly on the fly compared to this. You can switch from the grappling hook to wall running to boost jumping to sliding to whatever the case may be, and it does it smoothly. That's what Titanfall 1 lacked. It didn't have the smooth transition to do things. It seemed like in Titanfall 2 that they nailed the wall running down so smoothly. The gameplay just seemed smoother overall. From the wall running and shooting and jumping and gunning, everything seems like they've known how to mold it down and make it even better than its first counterpart. Now, I will say that there is still a little issues here and there with the gameplay sometimes. Sometimes it takes a minute to aim down a sight. Sometimes you can glitch out a little bit when wall running or trying to grappling hook. Sometimes the grappling hook doesn't connect to the characters for the execution that it has. Sometimes it may miss and pull you deeply. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. This is something that can be smoothed out upon final product, but it is some issues within it. But it is a cool thing because the gameplay seamless, man. It's good. It's fun. It's breathtaking. It's nice. You know, Black Ops 3 tried to do it, and no disrespect to Black Ops 3, I love Black Ops 3, and it just didn't have the same smooth and seamless transitioning that Titanfall has. Because this is really good, compared to everything else that's going on. Now, my next thing is that I do like the new thing that they're doing. You have certain class specific variant types that go on for whatever pilot that you want to use. You have a class that can use a grappling hook that I talked about earlier. You have a class that can use clones. You have a class that can use a item called the pulse sonar. You have a class that can use just straight stim packs and things like that. It's a lot of different class variants within Titanfall 2 that's actually pretty cool. You really didn't have this in the first Titanfall. You didn't have anything that was going on like this. They really didn't focus on class variants. They just gave you Titans, and you can customize your not Titans, you can customize your pilots, and basically it was just oh, you can do this how Call of Duty did it. Update your pilots, give it what gun you want, what burn car you want, anything, something like that. Which is another thing, they don't have burn cars in this game. It isn't burn cars anymore in Titanfall 2. They completely got rid of that system, and it seems like it's just you have just regular stuff. There's no burn cars or anything like that, which is actually surprising because I enjoyed the burn car system. I know it was just perks, but they seem to have taken the burn car system completely out and brought in just regular perks that you can buy and stuff like that. I guess it's called boost now. I'm not too sure if boost and burn cars are the same thing, but it doesn't seem to be within Titanfall 2. Now, one thing I will say I dislike kinda I like and dislike it. I like the maps. I like Boomtown and I like the forest map quite a bit. But it seems like because of the way these maps are spaced and how big these maps truly are, as you see myself in this clip, it can introduce a lot of camping. As I'm playing through these modes, it seems that a lot of camping spots and choke points and things like that are in these maps. Now, I don't mind, you know, players are going to play how they want to play. They're going to do how they want to do it, and they're going to enjoy the game how they want to enjoy it. And I'm not knocking them for that, because everybody has a certain way they play. I'm a full front assault force kind of guy. People like to sit back with the snipe and camp. People like to camp in general. But I'm saying, like, these maps are so huge sometimes that they do introduce camping. And I hope to see some smaller scale maps in Titanfall 2 and not just the really, really big ones. Now, another thing I will say that I like is that I love these game modes. I'm liking how these game modes are. I know that the regular Pilot Hunter mode was in Titanfall 1, and you know, it's nothing too surprising, but what's surprising me is this Bounty Hunter mode is really cool. You have the 5v5 structure set up going, you have people fighting each other, fighting bots, and you have enemy titans that have a bounty set on them. And every time you take those titans out, every time you take these enemies out, every time you take enemy on the other team out, you get money for it. That's actually a very cool thing to see. That is actually a very cool mode. I actually dig the mode myself. I actually like how it is, how it's set up, how everything is. I'm not knocking it. I actually think that that is a really cool idea. Another thing I will say I like about this beta is that the titans in this beta, oh man, this is nice. This is a nice. These titans are so much better than the regular titans that we had in Titanfall 1. These titans feel awesome. They feel like they're a force to be reckoned with. They feel like they're gonna do something. They're gonna do some damage. They're gonna hurt people, which is a cool thing. I actually like these titans. I think my favorite one out of the two is the Ion, because he has that laser hype beam thing going on, and I think that is really cool. Now, I like the Scorch. He's cool for what he has. He has that whole flame thing going on, but Ion just, that's a hulking titan that you can just really enjoy. One thing I will say I also dislike about this beta is that the guns don't seem too balanced. Some guns perform way better than others. The snipers are one-shot kill no matter what body part you hit. That's something that needs to be patched. The SMGs seem way better than the assault rifles, and the shotguns really don't seem to really put any damage in, which is actually kind of disappointing. I tried some of the weapons out, and you can notice the subtle difference between each and every weapon that Titanfall has within this beta, alpha, whatever the case is. I'm gonna say beta. Now, it has some perks behind this. I like Titanfall 2. I really like this game. It really has something going on for itself. It's establishing some differences from itself in the first one. It seems that Respawn Entertainment has a lot to give you with this one. It has a lot fixed on. It has a lot going on. It has some issues that need to be taken care of, like the guns and smaller maps, and also hopefully that we, during this beta alpha stress test, that we see more, like, that we can actually play with our friends. That's one thing I wanted to say, I wanted to throw on, but I really didn't feel like complaining about it. But I hope we can play with our friends during this multiplayer stress test also. But yeah, I feel like Titanfall 2 would be very good. It has a lot going on for itself. It's fun. It definitely has a great fun factor. You can get in the gunfights easily. It has some very impressive looking titans. The guns do need to be worked on. The maps are completely huge, like unexpectedly huge at that. And that, just like a few things within the wall running and gameplay transitioning needs to be smoothed out a lot more. Like, I like what they have in front of us. I like that this is something that they're giving us and we get the chance to play it, really get our hands on it, because this is actually a game that you can tell that has been smoothed out, that they learned their lessons from their counterparts. So for me, Titanfall 2, personally, I think it's a must buy. It's a day one. Very interesting to see what's going on with Titanfall 2, because I'm sold And once they smooth out and patch everything down, take care of what they need to take care of within this game, I'm ready. So that is it, guys, for my Titanfall 2 impressions and my overall thoughts. If you haven't checked out the last reviews that I dropped on Batman, the Telltale series, episode 1, Firewatch, The Park, stay tuned for the other reviews that is coming from Abzu, No Man's Sky, Umbrella Corp, Star Ocean 5, Hyperlight Drifter, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, 7 Days to Die, and many more reviews coming. Let's Play fans, Heavy Rain is coming soon, so stay tuned. Until next time and until the next video, guys, we'll tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out, and thank you for watching.